Hi, my name is Jordan Banks. I am currently the managing partner of Thunder Road Capital, which is a business that invests in and advises early-stage technology companies. Prior to Thunder Road, I ran an IPTV company called Jump TV, and before that, I spent a considerable amount of time at eBay helping launch the site in Canada. So what I'd like to do is share with you my 5 top favorite tips around what makes a successful e-business. First and foremost, I think simplicity is the characteristic that really does separate really good experiences from just average experiences. And I think simplicity manifests itself in 4 different ways. One is the simplicity of understanding what it is you're selling. 2 is the simplicity of the navigation. How do I get around to find what it is I'm looking for? The 3rd is the simplicity of the buying experience itself. And 4th, and maybe most important, is the simplicity of finding the answers I need that will ultimately make me more inclined to buy. The second tip is really customer support. The reality of the buying experience up until the last 15 years ago has been in traditional retail, where you walk into a store and you're able to have a conversation with a human being who is there to provide you the comments and the ideas and the suggestions you need to feel comfortable buying. Obviously, that doesn't exist in the world of the internet. So what you need to do is think about, how do I make an experience that most closely resembles what people have been used to? And there are a few things that allow you to do that. The opportunity to have real-time chat on your site so that somebody that is there that is looking for a real-time answer can, in a text form, chat with somebody that can provide that answer. Email support, phone support, providing things like frequently answered questions allow people to feel like they're navigating the experience almost with somebody who is more expert than they are holding their hand. A local company called Well.ca, who I'm involved with, does a terrific job with this. If you go to their site, the first thing you realize is that there are 4 or 5 different ways that you can get in touch with somebody if you have a concern or you want to answer a question. The third tip is to focus on developing a very integrated internet marketing strategy. And what does that mean? Well, there are lots of ways that you can efficiently and effectively drive traffic to your website so that you'll get the type of demand you're looking for to buy your product. The first thing you should think about is building a site that is very search engine friendly, and that's a process called search engine optimization. The second thing that's quite important with respect to search engines is something called search engine marketing. There are a group of keywords, either one word or multiple words, that people will think of immediately when looking for your product. If you can identify what those words are, there's a bidding system available on search engines that allow you to buy those words, and then when somebody searches for your product, you are hopefully at the top of page 1, and therefore they click on that link and go directly to your site. The only word of warning really is you need to keep a really tight control and analysis over the costs, because it's very easy to buy the words. It's not so easy to determine what is the actual return on investment of those purchases. So the best tactic is to start small, test your way into the water, and really focus on the individual words or the series of words that are delivering the best return on investment to you. The beauty of the social web is that there are lots of conversations happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week about you, your company, and/or your products. Those sites are all free. Those sites all allow you to engage in the type of discussions that ultimately will build your brand and build your sales. And all you really need to do is think about being honest, being a frequent participant, and making sure that you're transparent in everything that you say. Dell is a company that has done an interesting about-face with respect to the social web. For a long time, Dell was a silent participant in the social web. And there was a blogger named Jeff Jarvis who had a horrible experience at Dell and created a whole campaign called Dell Hell, and Dell chose to ignore it, much to their chagrin. Then they realized, hey, we can't ignore these conversations. We need to be an active participant in these conversations. So now Dell is one of the best companies on the internet with respect to conversing with their buyers and their suppliers and their vendors. Dell has adopted Twitter in a very big way, and in fact they sold $3 million worth of computers in a very short period of time in the month of June on Twitter. And they are a real interesting example of a company that sort of gets the need to engage in a very positive and comprehensive way in the social web. The 5th tip really is an aggregation of the first 4 tips, and it's this concept of having big ears and being an active listener. And when you think of big ears, you should maybe think about it in 3 different ways. One is you definitely need big ears as it relates to your customers. What are they saying? What do they like? What don't they like? What do they want? What's the price point they're willing to pay? All of that information is readily available if you're willing to look for it and listen to it. The second thing is to have big ears with respect to your competitors. There is lots of information online every single day about what your competitors are doing. All of that information is very powerful ultimately in deciding the type of business you want to run and how you're going to run it, and the type of strategy that you're going to employ to go to market on the web. And the third concept of big ears really relates just to your industry. What a great opportunity to know everything that is happening in your industry. What are the trends? Who are the influencers? What are the companies that are doing things that you aspire to do? What can you learn from companies that have tried to do things that you're doing but have failed? All of that is readily available at your fingertips if you just employ the concept of having big ears.